one-on-one, and I think we did a good job of that.
Now you draw the host school, Danville Area Community College, tomorrow night. What's that going to be like?
Yeah, we're, we talked about today. We won today. We're the best team of Bonzi history. Tomorrow night's the state championship. So us and Danville going against each other. Obviously, coach does a good job. They played 12, 13 guys. Got a lot of Indiana guys, which I love. Some guys from Evansville, but so it'll be interesting. Obviously it'll be a hostile crowd, but I think our guys like it that way.
Thank you very much, Coach. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Joining us now will be Troy Larson, coach at Iowa Lakes. Coach Larson, just way too many turnovers, it seemed like, in this game for you.
Yeah, you got to tip your hat to Waubonsie. They played good. They beat us to 50-50 balls, and they played good. And tip our hat to them. From an Iowa Lakes perspective, we couldn't be any worse. We were terrible the whole game. Didn't have anybody play good. That's on me. It's my fault. I did a terrible job coaching that team today. To be that poor, to play that bad in national tournament games, just inexcusable. And that's on me 100%. I did a terrible job getting them ready to go. But you got to tip your hat to Waubonsie, though. They played good. They did all the little things. Like you said, we turned it. We didn't get any 50-50 balls. We were really, really bad.
Coming in, obviously, you knew you were going to be the final game in the first round. When you got to sit through a whole day of action, what's that like then trying to come out and get going on a day like today?
2 years ago, it was the same deal. We played on Wednesday. I thought it was good for us the first time. We had good practice yesterday, plenty of time to adjust, get the trip out of us. But we just, our guys, we played terrible. And when I say, and again, it all rests with me. I coached so bad, and I didn't even give our guys a chance to win the game. It's on me, but we played terrible.
So how do you explain, Coach, then being in that game with about 2 minutes to go, having a shot to win it? I mean, when you say you played as poorly as you did.
I guess we've won enough games, maybe. I don't know. I'm just so disappointed. And not in our guys, in myself for not having them ready. I mean, we just weren't ready, but we'd won enough games to kind of give ourselves a chance. But, they beat us to 50-50 balls late. They beat us at the rim late. They just played so much harder, and their desire to win was so much greater than ours. And that's really disheartening and discouraging.
We appreciate your time, Troy. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Back up to you, Scott.
Thank you very much, Chad Dare, and obviously disappointed Troy Larson, who saw the fifth-seeded Lakers of Iowa Lakes fall to Waubonsie 70-64. Let's take a break. When we come back, we will recap this matchup. You're enjoying the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Championships Network.
At Danville Area Community College, our purpose is to help students reach their goals. DACC offers the tools to build the skills and expertise you need to reach higher and write your story of success. Whether you are continuing straight out of high school or reigniting your passion to learn, grow, and thrive, DACC is here to help you write your next chapter of success. Prepare yourself for life's next most rewarding chapter and add your story of success to the hundreds of DACC alumni that are ready for whatever tomorrow brings.
70-64, our final score. Waubonsie a winner over Iowa Lakes, and Iowa Lakes becomes the first better seed to fall here in this national tournament. When you take a look, Doug Barnett, at this contest, again, just such a super well-played game by both teams. Yep, you're going to walk away going, we could have shot the ball better a little bit from the field. Neither team really effective from the three-point range, but they didn't have to be. Waubonsie kept trying to get it inside to Langford. That worked from time to time. When it didn't, man, what an effort by Niesman and Doss, who came up with some huge, huge plays down the stretch. And then when you look at the Lakers, man, you can just go across the line and look at what Burke did and what Williams did and what Morris was able to do. Just such an exciting game from our vantage point to just be able to sit back and watch great NJCAA basketball. Well, yeah, I mean, you look at Neesman, Doss, Jalen Kelly. I mean, those guys are the story of the game, right? You got Neesman with 23 points, Dwayne Doss with 12, Jalen Kelly with 15. I was interested by the interview with Coach Troy Larson from Iowa Lakes. I mean, look, it's his team and he knows his players. I just think he couldn't have been more wrong. I think that's a guy that needs to go run a couple miles before he does the post-race interview, because I think that, I don't know what game he was watching. I don't know. I'd like to sit there with him and watch the film and go, okay, I agree with you on that. But again, aside from, missing some shots, but to make the comment that your team didn't have as much heart or didn't play as hard, it's just flat out asinine. And I'm upset that he even said that, because that team played really hard. They were fun to watch, and I hate that could possibly dilute from how well they played today. That team played really well. Our post-game show brought to you by Landmark Credit Union. 3 locations to serve you: West Fairchild and Eastgate Court in Danville, and South State Street in Westville. Your community, your credit union. That's landmarkcreditunion.com. So that does set the brackets now for the Elite Eight. And Waubonsie, who we just had the opportunity to watch, will have to come in and, as Chad Dare said, face the hostile crowd of Danville area, who was a 67-46 winner over Johnson County last night. A couple of things about that. One is Danville area will have the extra day's rest. Now, having played yesterday, rest today, will play tomorrow. Waubonsie has to come right back after such a hard-fought game here today. But I really like what head coach Lance Robinson had to say when he said, we like to come in and play in a hostile environment. Our guys are going to be fired up by that. Should be an exciting night tomorrow. Well, I think we saw today that they're very well composed, right? I mean, add some crowd noise. They may play even better, right? I mean, there was nothing that either of those teams, nobody had jitters. Nobody was shaken. There was no fighting on the floor. Nobody got rattled by calls or what their coaches said to them. And I think those are all indicators in terms of how they're going to perform on the next level. So I think it's going to be a terrific ball game. Saw Coach John Spezia enter the building a little bit ago, who, won the national championship here in 1991. So this place is going to be on fire, man. I mean, this is going to be the place to be in Danville, Illinois tomorrow night. Well, and my guess is it's not that far of a trip from Waubonsie, Sugar Grove, Illinois, to Danville, Illinois. So we could see a nice crowd on both sides. Iowa Lakes, on the other hand, they will find out what kind of heart they really have as they move into the consolation bracket. They will play tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock, and they will face the Cavaliers of Johnson County. Iowa Lakes, yes. If I said something different than that, I apologize. Well, I think we're going to see Iowa Lakes be here for a while this week. I don't think they're going to go home anytime soon. Final score, 70-64. Waubonsie a winner over the Lakers of Iowa Lakes, and Waubonsie becomes our 8th to reach the Elite Eight of this NJCAA National Tournament. I want to thank all of our sponsors, both in-game and specialty. I want to thank Doug and Teresa Barnett and the Barnett family, along with Vermilion County Crime Stoppers, for sponsoring the media center in which we get to broadcast from. Big thank you to Landmark Credit Union, sponsoring our post-game show and our coaches' interviews, and to our friends at KILR out of Iowa Lakes, Killer Bee Country in Estherville, Iowa. It's been great to have you along our broadcast here today. For those of you listening along the network, stay tuned. More NJCAA basketball coming your way. 70-64, Waubonsie a winner over Iowa Lakes. You're enjoying the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Championships Network.
Inside this building, this gym, there are thousands of stories, laughs, and memories. There's also plenty of tears, feelings of defeat, and loss here. There's history that has been written in books, as well as history that continues to be written as time goes on. This gym, this place, holds far more importance than the eye can see. 30 years ago, the NJCAA Division II National Tournament was moved to the campus of Danville Area Community College and to the Mary Miller Gymnasium. Time, dedication, teamwork, and patience was put into a week-long tournament that unexpectedly would turn into a 30-year-long partnership with the NJCAA. And while those days were long and tiring, they were also stepping stones that became vital pieces
for what was to come. Making it to the national tournament as a team is no easy task. There have been, and always will be, obstacles to overcome, victories to be had, and teamwork that must be displayed. The teams and people who have made it here to Danville are now part of legacies that will forever be remembered. 30 years ago, Danville started a journey that would impact thousands of lives. A journey that has developed like no other. A journey that has been through the good and the bad times. A journey that continues on. So Danville, here's to 30 years of so many journeys. What will the 30th journey look like?
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
It's Elimination Day here at the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Championships, where teams who lost in round one now have to fight to stay alive here this week in Danville, Illinois. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Scott Eisenhower along with Triple D, Derek Davis, as we get set for the matchup between the Skipjacks and the Timberwolves. Chesapeake, who is making their very first appearance here in the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Championships, lost yesterday to Macomb 72-59. They come into this elimination game with a record of 29-5. Florida Gateway, who lost to Davidson Davie, the number one seed in this tournament, 83-77, comes in with a record of 15-12. Derek and I will take a more in-depth look at this matchup as we continue. You're enjoying the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Championships Network.
All have a mission in life, something that drives us to explore, to grow, to love. And when we discover it, we are made whole. At OSF Healthcare, we want you to be the best you possible. Wherever you are and wherever you're going, we are here to celebrate you, to support you, and to serve you with the greatest care and love. OSF Healthcare, your life, our mission.
At Danville Area Community College, our purpose is to help students reach their goals. DACC offers the tools to build the skills and expertise you need to reach higher and write your story of success. Whether you are continuing straight out of high school or reigniting your passion to learn, grow, and thrive, DACC is here to help you write your next chapter of success. Prepare yourself for life's next most rewarding chapter and add your story of success to the hundreds of DACC alumni that are ready for whatever tomorrow brings.
This is where we find out how much heart teams have and how much they want to keep playing. Derek Davis, an opportunity to win a national championship, was dispatched yesterday for each of these two teams. The 9th-seeded Skipjacks of Chesapeake and the number 16th-seeded Timberwolves of Florida Gateway. And now they got to come back. If they want to stay to play, they've got to win here today. A loss means you're heading back home.
Yeah, I got a chance to actually call both of these guys' first games. Chesapeake played really well with Macomb the entire game, just kind of fell flat at times, which is the reason they're playing on this side of the bracket today. While Florida Gateway, we were watching that game, myself and Steve Brandy, and thought, oh, there's a chance that Florida Gateway could make it interesting maybe for a little bit, but they played with the number 1 seed Davidson Davie the entire game, and it really just came down to, a game of endurance there at the end as the Davidson Davie was able to just hold on and pull away late in that game to beat both the Timberwolves of Florida Gateway. So both these teams coming in with a lot of momentum to the losers bracket, which you don't hear about a lot.
We'll take a break. When we come back, starting lineups and tip-off of this elimination game. You're listening to the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Championships Network.
All have a mission in life, something that drives us to explore, to grow, to love. And when we discover it, we are made whole. At OSF Healthcare, we want you to be the best you possible, wherever you are and wherever you're going. We are here to celebrate you, to support you, and to serve you with the greatest care and love. OSF Healthcare, your life, our mission.
At Danville Area Community College, our purpose is to help students reach their goals. DACC offers the tools to build the skills and expertise you need to reach higher and write your story of success. Whether you are continuing straight out of high school or reigniting your passion to learn, grow, and thrive, DACC is here to help you write your next chapter of success. Prepare yourself for life's next most rewarding chapter and add your story of success to the hundreds of DACC alumni that are ready for whatever tomorrow brings.
Welcome again, basketball fans, to game number 9 of the NJCAA Division II Men's National Tournament. This is an elimination game in the consolation bracket. This afternoon's game features the Florida Gateway College Timberwolves and the Chesapeake College Skipjacks. First, let's meet the Timberwolves of Florida Gateway. A 6'6" sophomore, number 1, Jeremiah Bars. A 6'8" sophomore, number 11, Eric Conovan. 6'2" and a sophomore, number 15, Maurice Campbell. A 6'4" freshman, number 25, Antoine Weber. And a 6'8" sophomore, number 32, Tidarius Gully. The Timberwolves are coached by Charles Ruiz. Now let's meet the Skipjacks of Chesapeake College. 6'1" sophomore, number 1, Lamont Powell. A 6'5" sophomore, number 2, Zeke Edwards. 5'11" and a sophomore, number 4, DJ Earl. 6'1" and a sophomore, number 5, Jason Freeman. And a 6'4" sophomore at number 14, Justin DeMaria. The Skipjacks are coached by Andrew Sachs.
And our thanks to our public address announcer, Gary Spezia, to get things started here this afternoon. Scott Eisenhower, Derek Davis along with you in this elimination matchup between the Skipjacks and the Timberwolves. The Skipjacks will be in their home white uniforms, trimmed in navy and in green. The lettering and numbers are green with navy blue trim, while they have a nice Skipjack logo on the shorts. Meanwhile, Florida Gateway is in their traveling green and gold. They are green jerseys and shorts with gold lettering and numerals on the front and back, trimmed out in white. Trim on the shorts in gold and white as well. We are set. The players are set. The ball is in the air, and the tip controlled by the Timberwolves. Florida Gateway will enter the forecourt for the first time here this afternoon, and they come right out of the gate, fire, and a 3, and it's good by Weber.
Weber had a really big game in that first matchup against Davidson Davey. I'm sure the Florida Gateway Timberwolves are hoping he stays hot into this game.
Sideline Shirts and Apparel 3, voted number 1 in Vermilion County for all your team, business, and fan wear needs. Call on the pros at Sideline Shirts and Apparel, 217-474-7343, located on Liberty Lane next to Studio 31 in Danville. Here's a 3-ball to counter on the other side. It won't go, and the rebound scooped up by the Timberwolves. They'll push it into the forecourt, heading to the east end of Dick Shockey Court. They work it to the free throw line. On the spin move in the paint, Canavan had the ball knocked out of his hands. Last touch by a Skipjack, and it'll come to the Timberwolves underneath their own den.
Wouldn't be shocked if Florida Gateway decides to maybe use their size advantage that they have against this Skipjacks team in the post.
On the outlet, it comes all the way up top with the ball, Weber. Weber is going to hand it off to Campbell. Campbell to the left-hand side, back in the middle to Campbell. He'll fire the 3, and it's good. Back-to-back sideline Shirts and Apparel trays.
That's Maurice Campbell. Campbell showed up late in that close game against Davidson Davey yesterday, so another guy staying hot.
On the drive into the lane, Skipjacks will push the ball out front. Here's a 3, and it rolls around every element of the rim. Finally dropping through for DJ Earl, his first 3 of the game.
Yeah, DJ Earl, one of the leading scorers for the Skipjacks teams. He's going to need to get up and get into this game early because he didn't in the last time, and that's the reason they're on the loser's bracket right now.
Out to the left-hand side on the dribble, Bars will give it upstairs. Campbell, he'll fire the 3. Good! And they're going to say it's a 2 as he stepped on the line, but he knocked knocked it down nonetheless.
Good news is his hand is continuing to stay hot. A nice long shot on a not too much of a distance.
17:55 left to go here in the first half. 8-3. The 5-point Timberwolves lead. Here's a three, and it won't go. Rebound by Florida Gateway out to the left-hand side. Into the forecourt they come. Top of the key, another three. Unbelievable. These guys were shooting threes from the minute they got off the bus. Bars with his first sideline shirts and apparel tray, and it's an 8-point, 11-3 lead. No shooting woes for them right now. Meanwhile, Earl with the basketball for the Skipjacks. He's outside, drives to the hole, stops, feeds it across court, stolen away by Florida Gateway. Up the floor, they'll push to the top of the key on the bounce pass. Canavan lost the handle, stolen away. DJ Earl will take it up the floor. He'll go 1-on-2, layup no good, and a foul is going to be called.
That's something that Florida Gateway had to deal with in that first game. They got in some foul trouble, which forced some of their guys to play a little bit longer than they normally would. I know Coach Ruiz is hoping that they cut down on those fouls and kind of play a cleaner game on defense.
So the foul on Campbell is his first, the team's first, and off to the Country Financial Agent Stevenson Harvey free throw line will be DJ Earl. He's got three. He misses the front end. Country Financial Agent Stevenson Harvey can help protect your home and family. Also help you plan for future financial needs. Give him a call at 217-431-8722. Got a nice group of youngsters here enjoying the afternoon game. This shot no good, but the Skipjacks with the rebound. Here's a three by Powell, and it is good.
Powell finding his way wide open and sinking it, and that's a big shot early on.
Right now, I'm not sure anybody knows how to shoot from inside the arc. Timberwolves have one 2-point basket, but that's because he just barely stepped on the line trying a three. Canavan with the ball, looking inside. Can't find anybody. Kicks it up top. Dribbling it is Campbell. Campbell's going to hold it off to Bars. Bars at the free throw line. Shot clock at 2. At 1. He doesn't get rid of it. Great defense that time by the Skipjacks, and they commit the turnover on a shot clock violation.
Coach always preaches communication. You guys got to know your situations, and they didn't help out there. And Bars, didn't even realize how low the clock had gotten. Didn't even attempt a shot.
Foulmeyer now comes into the lineup for Chesapeake. For Florida Gateway. Now to the left-hand side. Chesapeake with the ball. They're going to work it down underneath. Edwards fighting his way inside. He'll spin outside. Throws it into the corner, and the three on the way won't go. Rebound by the Skipjacks, and they'll reset the offense. To the right-hand side where they give the Powell. Powell's going to bring it across the top now into the right-hand corner. Edwards from three. It's no good. And the rebound here belongs to Canavan and the Timberwolves.
Nice job by the Timberwolves getting their hands up, but a really good ball movement by the Skipjacks, just not able to find the bottom of the net yet.
Canavan with a shot. It won't go from 12 feet out, and the rebound by the Skipjacks. Up the floor they come, down by 5. 15:40 left to go here in the first half. Chesapeake trails 11-6 out on the left-hand side. Powell at the free throw line extension now brings it up top. DeMaria back to the right-hand side. Looking to give, they do. Up top, Freeman fires the three. It won't go. Rebound scooped up by Florida Gateway, and they're going to slow down the pace of play. Bars will hand it off to Weber. Weber at the DACC logo mid-floor. To the left-hand side, Bars. Bars beyond the perimeter, brings it upstairs, Campbell. Campbell, top of the key, rolls into the lane, dishes it off. Canavan, another 12-footer. This one no good, and the rebound. Off to the far right-hand side by Freeman. Skipjacks in the opposite direction to Powell. Into the corner, Earl from three, and it out, doesn't fall. 14-50, and they throw it away. Florida Gateway right into the hands of DeMaria. His shot no good, and the rebound goes out of play. And a dead ball, REB, belongs to Florida Gateway.
Not a bad look by DeMaria, just to kind of, I guess, sometimes there is such thing as too wide open, as he misjudged the distance for that one and kind of missed it all.
When you're used to somebody hanging all over you and then you get that wide open shot, it can be tough. 14:45 left to go here in the first half of this one, 11-6. The advantage, Florida Gateway with the lead and the basketball. Inside, they throw it away. Valmeyer was trying to get it underneath the Canavan. Flipped it right past him. That is turnover number 4 for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, the turnover numbers starting to pile up for Florida Gateway here, but luckily they've been able to play some good defense as well, and it's stopped the Skipjacks of Chesapeake from really gaining much ground on them.
Out on the left-hand side, Skipjacks work it now to the right-hand side. DeMaria dumps it down low. Back up top it comes. Near the center court circle. They'll give to Carino, and his bucket is good for 3.
Locked in on that one, and that's a big 3 coming off the bench for him.
Now to the left-hand side, Florida Gateway on the drive, and a foul is going to be called, and that's going to be on Friedel. That'll be his first and the team's first. We are taking a media timeout, a Tilton ProLube media timeout, where the experts at Tilton ProLube remind you they have convenient while you wait oil change appointments every day. Count on Tilton ProLube for all your vehicle's regular maintenance needs, located on Route 1 and Ross Lane in Tilton. 11-9, the Timberwolves of Florida Gateway with the lead over Chesapeake. 13:57 to go in the first half as you enjoy the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Championships Network.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
We all have a mission in life, something that drives us to explore, to grow, to love. And when we discover it, we are made whole. At OSF Healthcare, we want you to be the best you possible, wherever you are and wherever you're going. We are here to celebrate you, to support you, and to serve you with the greatest care and love. OSF Healthcare, your life, our mission.
Coming out of the Tilton ProLube media timeout, 13:57 left to go here in this first half, 11-9. Florida Gateway with the lead. Here's the alley-oop off the inbound layup, good, and they drew that one up in the timeout huddle. Came away with perfect execution, Triple D.
Yeah, Canavan, luckily, when he came down off catching that high pass, he didn't bring the ball down and put it right back up for a nice little fight through 2.
Jumper over on the right-hand side by Edwards won't go, and the rebound by Florida Gateway, and they'll push down the right-hand side of the forecourt. Outside is Phillips. Phillips looks to hand it off, does to Bars underneath Canavan. He'll turn, he'll shoot, he'll miss it, and the rebound underneath fought for. Held ball is called, and the possession arrow belongs to Chesapeake, and we'll go the other way.
Valmeyer came screaming in there. Luckily, he didn't pick up the foul and just got the jump ball situation there.
Scoring-wise for the Skipjacks, Powell with 3, Creedle with 3, Earl with 3. The Timberwolves, Bars with 3, Campbell with 5, Weber with 3, and Canavan with 2. A lot of shots taken from outside the arc. Here's the drive by DeMaria. His ball knocked out of his hands. He'll scoop it back up. Around the perimeter they go. Powell will fire it up just at the free throw line, and he gets the jumper.
It's that underrated move right there, the jumper at that free throw line. It kind of gets open all the time with guys only playing in the post or at the three-point arc.
It's also a bit of a lost art, that 12 to 16-foot jumper. Here's a drive. Nice one-handed scoop. Weber with his 5th point of the game.
Weber can get really sneaky. He'll get in and out of places when he's driving the lane.
Skipjack ball into the hands of DeMaria. Now he'll dish it. Right-hand side, Freeman. Freeman at the free throw line, stops, dumps, beautiful give underneath, and Edwards with the easy bucket.
That's Freeman making that extra pass and an easy bucket.
Makes it a 2-point ball game, 15-13. Florida Gateway trying to change that with a 3. They won't. Rebound by Chesapeake. They've got a chance to tie or take a lead. 12 minutes to go here in the first half on the East Main Street Dairy Queen scoreboard. In the corner, a three-pointer on the way. Won't go as Creedle tried to take it off the window, and it was just a little too strong. Rebound by the green and gold-clad Timberwolves, and a foul is going to be called as they tried to take it to the hole. That means Phillips will head to the line, courtesy of Ezekiel Edwards first and the team's second.
Rather clean game so far. Not too much fouling, only our third total foul.
First free throw was on the way and good, and Phillips has his first point of the contest. From the Country Financial Agent Stevenson Harvey free throw line. I had not done that all day today or yesterday, and as soon as my boss sits down, I make a mistake on the name of one of our sponsors. Country Financial Agent Stevenson Harvey can help protect your home and family as well as plan for future financial needs. Call Stevenson Harvey today, 217-431-8722. Second free throw won't go, and the rebound by the Skipjacks. Quick feed inside. Look at that underneath and the big dunk. Kyle Jones tickles the net with a dunker, and with that, he brings the Skipjacks within one. And now a foul is going to be called as they try to get a little aggressive up front. I think Freeman's going to pick up the personnel.
I was really impressed with Zaheen for the Skipjacks in that first game, but he did some freshman mistakes that forced the coaches to pull him, so he didn't get a lot of playing time, and a nice makeup there with a big dunk.
Here's a turnaround. It won't go. The tip won't go, and we've got a whistle on the rebounding effort. And that's going to be against Chesapeake. DeMario is going to pick up his first. That is the fourth against Chesapeake here in the first 8.5 minutes of play. And now at the Country Financial Agent Stevenson Harvey free throw line, Bars steps up to knock down the first one. He's got 4.
Just as I said, that it was being a pretty cleanly played game so far. Just 2 quick fouls, and it's still just that one possession game, though.
Got a little woolly there for a bit. 18-15, the lead by Florida Gateway into the lane. Chesapeake will drive. They'll deliver it upstairs. Earl kicks it off to Powell. Powell now rolls to the right-hand side. Heavily guarded. Nice defensive effort this time by Florida Gateway. They'll go left-hand side. Creedle from 3, and it won't go. Rebound on the floor. Knocked out of play. The Timberwolves touched it last as Sana was trying to hold on to it.
That was a close one.
Sana had it knocked out of his hand. And now Powell inbound over on the left-hand side of the forecourt. Again, it's knocked away. And now they're going to switch inbounders. Creedle will come over to do it in hopes that he'll have an easier time against Young. They'll bounce it down low. Sana fires it up top. Powell. Powell out beyond the arc, looking for the pick. Can't get it. Instead, he'll roll himself to the right-hand side. The shot no good. Rebound put back. Good by Sana, and he's going to be fouled. A chance to tie it for the Skipjacks.
Offensive rebounds are always huge, but Sana's making them pay because he's gotten 2 offensive rebounds and putting back 2 shots already and a chance to tie this ball game up.
And now from the free throw line, a chance to tie, and it is no good. Off the back iron, and the rebound scooped up by Florida Gateway. They'll push the other way. 10:40 left to go here in the first half. 18-17, Timberwolves lead. On the East Main Street Dairy Queen scoreboard with your favorite soft serve treats and Orange Julius premium smoothies on East Main Street in Danville, and a 3-point bucket is good.
Barr's got some confidence on that three-pointer, had a hand in his face and still buried it.
Another sideline shirts and apparel 3-point bucket, 21-17. Chesapeake trails, free throw line jumper on the way, too hard, and the rebound by Florida Gateway, and they knock it out of bounds. 3 Timberwolves were around the basketball, all trying to see which one was going to come up with it, and they kick it out of play.
Again, another moment where you always preach communication. No communication there. 3 guys just saw the ball, converged on it instead of one guy calling them off.
Well, I know I'm going to jinx them when I say this, but Florida Gateway right now is 4 of 5 from three-point area. Here's a 3 on the way for the Skipjacks. It won't go in. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Down the right-hand side. The Timberwolves on the other hand, or correct me, the Skipjacks on the other hand, 3 of 11 from three-point range. To the right-hand side, Bars with the basketball. He's looking inside to Canavan, gets it to him. Canavan is going to be double-teamed. He'll still pull up, takes the shot. He's going to be fouled. A little hand check on the hip, and that'll send him to the line.
Sana, that's that problem that really showed up a lot in that last game. Canavan had no shot, but he put it up and got fouled, and that's one of those silly mistakes that can come back to haunt you later in the game.
First free throw is good. And the second free throw from the Country Financial agent Stevenson Harvey Stripe is up and no good. Rebound fought for on the floor, and big, heavy defense over in the corner. Chesapeake came away with the rebound. They were trying to get a timeout as they were trapped, but instead a foul is going to be called. That's going to be on Maurice Campbell. That's number 2 on him, number 3 against Florida Gateway.
Campbell got a little bit too excited when they got the double team and just reached a little bit too much.
The skipper of the Skipjacks, Andrew Sachs, was a little disappointed after that play, but I'm not sure with whom he was disappointed. He got the foul call. Maybe that's what he was arguing for, but he also wasn't happy his team got trapped over on the side. Here's a three-point opportunity on the way. It is in and out, no good. With the rebound underneath, trying to put it back. He can't. Tip won't go by Sana, and a foul is going to be called. Creedle had an opportunity to get the bucket. Couldn't get it done. Finally, on the last tip effort, Sana is going to be fouled.
Sana continues to rack up those offensive rebounds, and that's one of the big differences in this game so far. At least 6 or 7 offensive rebounds for Chesapeake, and Florida Gateway only getting 1.
There's a missed opportunity by Sana as he goes to the free throw line and misses the first of the Country Financial agent Stevenson Harvey freebies. And the answer is now clear. Andrew Sachs was really disappointed he didn't get a call earlier in that last possession. Here's a second free throw. This one goes down, and the points are on the board for Sana. Meanwhile, a quick jumper on the way. Won't go for Florida Gateway. And with the basketball, the Skipjacks. 9:03 left to go here in the first half. A 22-18 lead by the Timberwolves. And they're going to call a backcourt foul.
Yeah, trying to keep your hands on him at the same time when he got a good little move around you. That's usually going to end up being a foul.
Phillips is going to pick up his first. It's the team's 5th. Chesapeake into the lane. Stopping, looking. DeMaria gets the bucket to go. His first 2.
Cuts it back to a 1-possession lead. Now this Chesapeake needs to get a stop here.
Phillips is going to control the offense in between the rounds. Looks to the left, nobody over there. The intended receiver had already broke to the bucket. Instead, they give it to Young. Young is going to be heavily guarded. Needs to get rid of it, having some trouble. Gets it down inside. The ball's going to be knocked loose on the floor. Creedle will come out of the pile with it, and the turnover belongs to the Skipjacks. Up top, Earl. Earl looks off to the right-hand side. Just at the free throw line extension, looking for a pick. He's going to get it. Sana will give him the pick now around the top. Creedle to the left-hand side, Freeman. Shot clock at 13. Freeman is going to be fouled up top.
And Freeman was kind of trying to get some separation using his hand, and Bars trying to rip around it, get the steal. Picks up his first foul.
Bars now with number 1, the 6th against the Timberwolves, and Chesapeake will inbound over on the right-hand side. 8:08 left to go in the first half on the East Main Street Dairy Queen scoreboard, 22-20. The 2-point lead belongs to the Timberwolves of Florida Gateway. Out beyond the right-hand side, bringing it upstairs. Jumper by Freeman. Good from 3.
Good job, Freeman. He had a man running at him, but was able to stay concentrated and nailed that one.
Chesapeake's first lead of the game, 23-22, and it comes with 7:40 left to go here in the first half. 8 skipjacks have scored so far in this contest. On the drive, Canavan is going to be fouled, and he will head to the line. That's going to be thanks to Justin DeMaria's second personal and the team's 6th.
Both teams going to head to the free throw line now after the next foul.
Well, we've seen some games where teams get to the bonus early. Other teams, other games, like the last one we just had, not sure anybody ever did get to the bonus. First free throw no good by Canavan. He's got 3 points. Campbell with 5, Phillips with 1, Weber with 5, and Bars with 8. Second free throw now on the way. Yes. Chesapeake's going to go to the bench. This free throw is good. And now coming back into the lineup, Taquan Courtney for Chesapeake. All tied at 23s. 7:30 left to go in the first half. Coming up at halftime, Laura Hinskin, director of the video board and other technological advancements here at this national tournament. We're going to talk to her coming up at intermission. Here's a 3 on the way. Good! Courtney comes into the lineup once again, and off the bench this time, Triple D. He knocks down a 3-pointer. He becomes the 9th skipjack to score. Here's a counter 3 on the other end that won't fall, and a foul is going to be called. And that foul is going to be on Canavan, and it'll be his second. We'll walk down to the other end of the floor and shoot a 1 and bonus.
Falling down by 3 points. This isn't the point where you want to start getting some fouls while there's still a lot of clock on, or a lot of time on the clock, rather.
And we've got ourselves a Tilton Prolube media timeout. 6:59 left to go in the first half. 26-23. The Skipjacks of Chesapeake with a lead over Florida Gateway. You're enjoying the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Championships Network. .6:59 left to go here in the first half. 26-23. The lead belongs to Chesapeake. That is their largest lead of the game. Timberwolves jumped out to an 8-point lead to start this matchup. It's been yet another one of those seesaw affairs here early. And at the free throw line, missed opportunity for Freeman. And up the floor, Florida Gateway will fire one up from the baseline. It won't go. Battle for the rebound. Loose on the floor. Earl comes away with it for Chesapeake. On the outlet, he'll go left-hand side to the hands of Freeman. Freeman down to the baseline. He'll dump it off over into the corner to Edwards. His long 3 won't go. And we'll go the opposite direction to the east end of Dick Shockey Court. At the free throw line, jumper, turnaround, won't fall for Phillips. And Chesapeake will rebound. Outlet, Powell. Powell's going to take it coast to coast, and he missed it. Rebound on the floor, and Chesapeake with it. Courtney will kick it out top, and Earl will reset the offense. To the left-hand side, Powell. Powell in between the rounds. Looks to the right. Now goes into the middle of the floor. Edwards back out top. Courtney, 3, doesn't fall, and the rebound, Florida Gateway. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. 26-23, the lead of for Chesapeake. Timberwolves down with the ball. Holding it high above his head. Phillips will now feed in the middle of the floor to Kilgore. Kilgore on a bounce pass all the way down low. Back out top it comes. Middle of the arc. Bars takes the three. Now dribbles a couple of times before kicking it. Looking to fire one up is Phillips before the end of the shot clock. He misses everything, and a violation will cause the turnover.
That was both a desperate shot because there wasn't any time on the shot clock, but it also was almost like he was trying to draw a foul because he knew he had no chance at making that shot.
6 turnovers now for Florida Gateway. Look at this. Chesapeake, 1 turnover through the first 15 minutes of this matchup. Taking care of the ball off to the left-hand side. Earl eyes the shot, won't take it. Bounce pass underneath to Edwards. Edwards back upstairs. Earl's going to drive it in the paint. Pulls up just underneath the free throw line. Missed the shot, and the rebound tapped out of play. Last touch by Earl. It'll come to Florida Gateway. And slowly up the floor. Phillips will bring it. Across the Jaguar logo at midcourt to the outside. Here's a long three-point shot. It won't go. There's going to be a rebounding foul on the floor. And that is going to go against Tadarius Gully.
Gully kind of maybe lucky that they didn't call a flagrant because the way he came down, it may not have been purposeful, but we've seen it a lot in college basketball recently. Guys come in with that elbow, and that can get you in a lot of trouble.
So to the Country Financial Agent Stevenson Harvey free throw line. The first one is up, and it is no good. Missed the free throw. Loose ball on the floor, and the Timberwolves will come out of the pile with it. Just underneath 5 minutes to go here in the first half. They work off to the left-hand side. Weber back up top. Campbell, right-hand side, 3 on the way. Back iron no good for Young, but all the way up to the hands of Campbell. Campbell will drive into the lane, and he gets the bucket.
That was a beautiful hesitation. Looked like he was really thinking about shooting that three, forced his man up, and then went right around him.
Now the Timberwolves are going to apply some full-court pressure, but Powell is able to break the midcourt stripe, and into the forecourt he comes, off to the left-hand side. He'll stop, now gives Earl down underneath. Edwards fighting his way in, kicks it up top. Courtney will fake the three. Edwards, now to the left side, Powell. Powell will drive into the lane, scoop shot blocked away, and Florida Gateway with the ball. Up the floor they come to the left-hand side. Young out beyond the perimeter will give it upstairs. Campbell, bounce pass inside. Looking his goalie. Goalie's going to drive. Goalie's going to stop. He's going to fight his way in, and he's going to be fouled. Sheer determination right there, my friend.
Yeah, Gully was battling down low to the point where he had to draw 2 men in. And we've got...
I think it's going to be a bench warning.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a warning against Chesapeake, I believe. And Coach Sachs continues to argue the call a little bit. At the free throw line, the free throw, first one anyway, no good for Gully. Coming into the lineup, Sana will report. 3:55 to go here in the first half, 26-25. Chesapeake with the lead. Will they hold it after this free throw? No, we are all tied up. And Gully's got his first point of the game.
You know, with how well Florida Gateway played against that #1 undefeated Davidson-Davie team, they're coming into this game with a lot of confidence, I feel, and they say, hey, if we can almost beat the team that was #1, we should be able to beat anyone else we see the rest of this week.
Out on the right-hand side, Freeman throws it up top. Courtney almost lost the handle on it. Beautiful give to Sana underneath, and he dunks it home.
Loving the way these skipjacks, the Chesapeake, have been very patient, willing to make that extra pass to get an easier shot.
Look at this scoop shot. How did he ever get it off, let alone get it to go? Campbell with his 9th point of the game, and we're back to a tie at 28.
And if you want to be an upsetter, that's the #1 way to do it. Anytime the team has an answer, you answer right back.
Here's a drive in the paint. The shot won't go, but a foul is going to be called, and Earl came down pretty hard.
Yeah, it looked like he landed on his tailbone area. I've done that a bunch of times, and it's never felt great.
Yeah, hard to believe when you come down onto a hardwood floor with that kind of velocity that somehow you're going to stand up and go, that felt good.
Yeah.
And he is going to walk it off a little bit. Second foul on Tydarius Goley, and 9 team fouls. So Chesapeake will be in the double bonus from here on out. Earl at the line trying to add to his 3 points. Only 2 players in my scorebook for Chesapeake have not scored yet, and that's because they haven't played yet. Gregory and Nissen. Everybody else, Powell with 5, Edwards 2, Creedle with 3, Earl with 3, Freeman with 3, DeMaria with 2, Courtney with 3, Sana with 5, Jones with 2. How's that for sharing the love, huh?
I'd say a very, very unselfish team.
Second free throw for Earl is good, and he's got 4 points. And a Chesapeake 29-28 lead with 3:05 left to go here in this first half of play. Florida Gateway will bring the ball up the floor. Top of the key. Stepping back, trying to eye the 3 is Weber. He won't take it. He goes left, now inside. Goalie struggles, but he comes up with the ball and is able to get rid of it to Young. Young upstairs and around the arc. Campbell right-hand side. Pulls up beyond the arc. Fires one away. It won't go. Rebound. Put back no good. Loose ball on the floor. Courtney clears. Chesapeake will push up the floor. Powell now to the left-hand side. Creedle. They give to Sana, and he is fouled.
Tell you what, Chesapeake has really decided that they're going to play some bully ball with those 2 big guys in the low post for them.
Campbell just picked up his 3rd personal foul, and I'm not sure Coach Charles Ruiz can allow him to remain on the floor any longer. In fact, he's standing over by the sideline knowing that after this free throw, his time in this first half of basketball is over with. Meanwhile, Sana misses the front of 2 from the Country Financial Agent Stevenson Harvey free throw line.
It's talked about a lot, and it's pretty much become a cliche, but free throws are extremely important, especially in this tight kind of game.
Yeah, just under 30% free throw shooting. Second free throw is good. On the left-hand corner, Florida Gateway looking for an opening on the right-hand side, throws it away.
And not a good job there. Goalie maybe out of position, or just a little bit of miscommunication.
(30-28). The lead belongs to Chesapeake. They've got the ball as well, nearing the 2-minute warning of the first half. Looking around, trying to get rid of it. They do. Sana to the outside. He'll hand it off. Dribbling out is Freeman on the lob to Sana. Sana's going to drive into the lane. Look at that opening. He's got the bucket.
Had a bad first game, and he's turned around and played really great so far in this second one.
Here's the give underneath. The shot is up, and it is no good. And a foul is going to be called as Phillips tried to take it to the hole. They're going to call the foul on Sana, his second.
Yeah, that's what had him sit a lot during this game, was the fact that he was kept getting bumped.
First free throw is up and good. And to the line, he'll return for a second. It is also up and good. So Phillips with 3 points. (32-30), the lead belongs to Chesapeake. They've got the ball with 90 seconds left to go here in this first half. Off to the right-hand side. They'll bring it up top. Freeman, long jumper, won't go, and the rebound by Florida Gateway out to the left-hand side. Beyond the arc, looking around. Trying to force his way inside is Young. He'll get stopped. Now gives top of the key. Jumper by goalie is good.
Showed a lot of confidence there, fighting through a hand in his face and nice little jumper to tie this ball game back up.
56 seconds left to go here in this first half. All knotted at 32s. Out on the right-hand side, Powell. And a foul is going to be called.
Seemed like Chesapeake was really trying to make that defensive switch happen, and they ended up with a foul, and they're going to head to the line for 2.
Now at the line, shooting double bonus is Powell.
So with the double bonus, he'll have an opportunity to give the Skipjacks a lead here with 47 seconds left to go in the first half. And the first one is good. Powell with 6 points. And coming into the lineup now, Tom Nissen getting his first action of the day.
And Tom Nissen for Chesapeake.
I think Chesapeake not wanting to get a foul on Sana, so they're going to take him out just in case.
Second free throw is good as well. Quickly up the floor, Florida Gateway down by 2, 45 seconds to go in the first half. Spins in the paint. He's going to be called for the turnover. A traveling call will give it to the Skipjacks.
Luckily, they turned it over quickly, so they still got a chance to get a last-second shot if they can make a stop here.
Out on the right-hand side, Skipjack basketball, 33 seconds left to go. Here they'll give it up top. Nissen, his shot won't go. Rebound by the Timberwolves. Up the floor they come in a hurry on the drive into the lane. Weber, layup, good.
That was a tough move by Weber.
He's got 7. We're tied at 34. 15 seconds to go in the first half. Right-hand side, Freeman. Freeman beyond the arc. Looking outside. Here's a 3 on the way. It won't go, and the half ends the way it began with these two teams all tied up at 34 apiece. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to Laura Hinskin, part of all of the technology of this national tournament. That when we continue here on the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Championships Network.
Inside this building, this gym, there are thousands of stories, laughs, and memories. There's also plenty of tears, feelings of defeat, and loss here. There's history that has been written in books, as well as history that continues to be written as time goes on. This gym, this place, holds far more importance than the eye can see. 30 years ago, the NJCAA Division II National Tournament was moved to the campus of Danville Area Community College and to the Mary Miller Gymnasium. Time, dedication, teamwork, and patience was put into a week-long tournament that unexpectedly would turn into a 30-year-long partnership with the NJCAA. And while those days were long and tiring, they were also stepping stones that became vital pieces for what was to come. Making it to the national tournament as a team is no easy task. There have been, and always will be, obstacles to overcome, victories to be had, and teamwork that must be displayed. The teams and people who have made it here to Danville are now part of legacies that will forever be remembered. 30 years ago, Danville started a journey that would impact thousands of lives. A journey that has developed like no other. A journey that has been through the good and the bad times. A journey that continues on. So Danville, here's to 30 years of so many journeys. What will the 30th journey look like?
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
All tied at 34s here at intermission between Chesapeake and Florida Gateway. Scott Eisenhower, Derek Davis along with you. Laura Hinskin joins us here on the network. And Laura, I have gotten lost over the course of the last couple of years because your title continues to evolve from one tournament to the next. Your title this year would be what, other than Queen of All Technology?
Maybe creative director. Can I call myself that?
Absolutely.
There we go.
Let's talk a little bit about what you do. The upgrades, by the way, to what is taking place now here at this Division II Men's Basketball National Championships is leaps and bounds from where we were, I would say, 30 years ago. But to be honest with you, 3 years ago. Just absolute transitions. Talk about what all you've been doing in the creative elements of this tournament.
Sure, this tournament, this brand new, what we did this year is Monday we met with all the athletes. So as you know, they have 30 minutes to practice in the gym on Monday. We shuffle them in, 30 minutes, shuffle them out. And before they come into the gym, we take all their pictures. You know how high colleges, they do media days with their athletes. They take pictures of them, action shots, posing with the ball, fun shots. So we did that with all the athletes here on Monday. Did a headshot, we did a creative shot on Monday, and now we're editing all that to use on the Jumbotron during their games.
So not only are you featuring the players up on the Jumbotron, obviously featuring the schools, but one of the other things that you've put together, and I don't know how you do this so quickly, so please explain, but at halftime in the end of the game, like right after the buzzer, you've got a highlight video going.
Yes, that's right behind me because we run the Jumbotron and the music during the games. Mark Barnes is back behind me, capturing all the best shots of the game. He just saves them on a little drive there, puts them all together. The software does it for him, and then on the Jumbotron, we just take his video clip and it throws it up there, which is pretty cool. We started using that back in the Vermilion County tournament, and I don't know if you recall, but I think a kid from Salt Fork he was beyond the half-point line or the center court, and he made a basket. And it was the gym was packed because it was the championship game, and everyone just looked at the Jumbotron waiting for the replay, and sure enough, we had it. Mark had it. He captured it. We threw it up there, and it was really cool. But that's a great feature we've added.
And I find that you're getting more and more creative with how you're using the Jumbotron.
Oh, absolutely. I thought, let's take the kids' pictures. Let's use it and let them see themselves up there because they may not have that opportunity back in their home courts. They don't have Jumbotrons, the luxury we have with Watchfire here. So let's use it and let's make the kids feel special. And we have next surprise. I think the next game is our Elite 8. So we're putting new graphics up there. I'm actually back behind the scenes working on this game, getting all the Elite 8 graphics up there for the teams.
So let's talk about your staffing for a little bit. You obviously are controlling all of the creative elements, but what kind of staffing do you have during this tournament to help you out?
Sure, for my creative end, I have Emily Jordan. She came on board to work with me in November. She's a great addition. In fact, she's on the staff, or her dad's on the staff. He calls the basketball games, Eric Jordan. So Emily's great. She loves sports. She loves basketball. She knows the game. So it's great to have her on board with her creative talent. And I also have a student worker. Emily's from Westville, so is my student worker, but he's great. He's collecting videos and getting stuff ready for the live stream. So he's putting together little 30-second clips for the live stream.
Now, we should mention that not all of your tournament work has been just this week and just on the Jumbotron. One of the things that you have done leading up to this week is put together what we would call hype videos for the tournament. Talk a little bit about how that idea all came together and what you've been able to do with it.
Sure. Well, celebrating our 30th year this year, and the guys for the live stream, when they do that, they need a little break in between. They want to hit the button, hit play, go to the bathroom, get a drink of water, whatever, because they work every single game. So some of the videos I put together in a 10-minute clip was I did 30 questions with. And you've probably seen on ESPN, they do something similar. We walk around the buildings. And it's kind of cool because people watching the live stream, they'll also get to see what goes on behind the scenes. So I interviewed Brian Henskin, the tournament chair. I did Chuck and Mark, who run our live streams. And I also did Mike Holvey. So they answered 30 questions. A lot of it's about what they do here for the tournament, a little bit about the history of the tournament, but that's running on the live streams. And I think it's kind of great for the people who aren't able to come to Danville to see behind the scenes what happens and see the faces behind all the work that goes on here.
Well, and not only that, you also put together a 30-year or a look back, if you will, over the last 30 years. Now, talk about, because you went and found some really old video.
Yeah.
I mean, there were people in that video that used to have hair and don't today. So what was the inspiration behind doing something like that?
Of course, we wanted to do something 30-year, honoring the 30 years we've had this tournament here in Danville. And my wonderful staff, Emily, wrote that script, and she got a staff member to record it, to do the voiceover. And then since I've been involved in a lot of these tournaments, I went back through all the tapes and I digitized them. So it's kind of, you were in there, and Mike, when you were working on the bench down on the floor, and it was cool to see some faces, and even people could come up to me and said they saw that video clip and they recognized people in the shots, how many years ago that was. But it's quite remarkable. We've had this 30 years. It doesn't seem like 30 years to me. I think I've been involved with it 28 years.
Well, I was going to ask, because I know you've been a long-standing member of the tournament staff here.
I did miss out on the Tom Ramage years. He's the one that hired me. But we were actually running the production, or he was his first year, under the bleachers. All the TV stuff was set up. So popcorn was falling on his head during all those games. So I missed out on that, but of course, we've evolved quite a bit over the 30 years.
So he's now retired as president from Parkland College, and so I was hoping maybe we could get him to come back this week just to see how far the tournament has evolved in that 30-year period since when he began on the technological side.
I should send out, I have a cell phone, I should text him and say, come on over. He's just about 30 minutes away.
Laura, what's next? I know you're thinking all the time about how to continue to grow. What are you thinking about next?
Oh, gosh, to make it better? Let's get through the next few days, and then I always put my thinking cap on what we can do. But I'm really proud of the Jumbotron. It looks great in the gym. I love the pictures of the kids. It's been great. They walk straight to us to get their picture taken. So it was fun talking to them, getting to know them. You can kind of see the nerves in their eye, or the excitement. But it was great to get to see the kids and interact with them.
Well, Laura, you have done an amazing job taking this to a level no one would have ever anticipated 30 years ago when Tom Ramage started this, when Dick Shockey, our tournament chair, tournament director for so many years. I think in the back of their minds they thought maybe someday some of this would be possible. They needed someone like you to make it all happen. So thank you so much for everything you've done to really raise the level of this tournament.
Well, thanks. I think it's been a community involvement. I mean, you and Mike, and it's been a team effort. And you can honestly say, Scott, you've been here 30 years.
I have.
That's pretty cool to say, isn't it?
Well, it's cool to say, and I also appreciate that you shot me mainly from the neck down, so nobody can see how much weight I've gained in 30 years. Laura Henskin, the creative director of this national championships. Tied at 34 is here at intermission between Chesapeake and Florida Gateway. We'll be back with more on the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Championships Network.
All have a mission in life, something that drives us to explore, to grow, to love. And when we discover it, we are made whole. At OSF Healthcare, we want you to be the best you possible. Wherever you are and wherever you're going, we are here to celebrate you, to support you, and to serve you with the greatest care and love. OSF Healthcare, your life, our mission.
At Danville Area Community College, our purpose is to help students reach their goals. DACC offers the tools to build the skills and expertise you need to reach higher and write your story of success. Whether you are continuing straight out of high school or reigniting your passion to learn, grow, and thrive, DACC is here to help you write your next chapter of success. Prepare yourself for life's next most rewarding chapter and add your story of success to the hundreds of DACC alumni that are ready for whatever tomorrow brings.
Coming out of the intermission, tied at 34s. We ended where we began the first 20 minutes. Derek Davis, what are you looking forward to in the second half?
Looking to see how these teams are going to come out defensive-wise. It's been a lot of man-to-man for both teams, but both teams we're starting to find little glitches in where they could get in between there. A lot of penetration from Florida Gateway where Chesapeake has really played it back and kind of played it more slowly. It's going to be interesting to see how these offenses and defenses are going to go now. And it's going to be Florida Gateway's ball to start off. A little confusion there.
There was, and I think what happened is they had not shifted the arrow in order to begin. So it started out looking as though maybe Chesapeake was going to have the basketball to begin. Instead, it is the Timberwolves of Florida Gateway, and that's where the second half will begin. Out on the right-hand side as they now work their way to the west side of Dick Shockey Court. Bars with the ball, throws it away, and a quick turnover by Florida Gateway, and it gives Chesapeake the opportunity to break this tie to start the second half.
That's not really the way you want to start this off if you're Florida Gateway. You came down into this tournament, the lowest seed. Nobody really expects you to win any games in this tournament, so if they want to, they can't be making mistakes like that.
Here's a jumper. Good! Powell with his 9th point of the ball game. Take a look at the rest of the individual numbers here in just a moment. Florida Gateway off to the left-hand side. They're going to give it to Phillips. Phillips will kick it out. Now stopping up top, Bars. He'll give it back to Phillips. Phillips looking inside, will drive, dumps it off left side, around the horn it goes. Weber will take it into the lane, and a foul is going to be called. And that foul is going to be on DeMaria. That'll be his third.
Yeah, DeMaria trying to kind of slide in and maybe try to take a charging, but man went around him and kind of moved his hip into him to pick up that foul. And a guy who had some good minutes in game number 1 has had some foul trouble in game number 2.
First free throw is no good, and a quick substitution as DeMaria is going to have to sit down now with 3 fouls. Second one on the way is good. Weber with his 8th point of the game. And a 36-35 lead for Chesapeake as they bring it across the midcourt stripe. 19 minutes left to go in the game on the East Main Street Dairy Queen scoreboard. Serving up your favorite soft serve treats and Orange Julia's premium smoothies on East Main Street in Danville. Top of the key and around the horn. Earl with the ball. Left side free throw line extension. He'll give it upstairs. Creedle with a 3. It won't go. They'll tip it out to Creedle. Creedle will drive into the lane. Layup. Good.
Great job following the shot, tracking down where that ball was going, and got a second chance point.
Here's a quick feed at the other end of the floor, trying to get it to Canavan. His shot no good. He's going to be fouled from behind. That's one of those where if the bucket had gone through, they never would have called the foul, but once the shot was distorted, they're going to send him to the line.
Canavan is getting up to the free throw line a few times now, and it's going to be more and more important if the Florida Gateway team is deciding to play a little bit tougher in the paint.
Canavan gets the first free throw. He's got 5 from the charity stripe. 4 of 7 are the Timberwolves. No, correct me. 10 of 14 are the Timberwolves. Now 11 of 15. That is not bad shooting from the stripe. On the inbound, Chesapeake having some trouble. They're going to call a held ball, and the possession arrow will go to Chesapeake.
Chesapeake players were trying to get a timeout in there, but a good job by Florida Gateway to get their hands in there and force the jump ball.
(38-37). On the drive up the floor, out to the left-hand side, across the midcourt stripe. They'll kick it out right-hand side. Creedle to the top of the key. Earl with a 3, and it's good.
Earl staying concentrated and draining that 3, and a big, big one to give him a nice little lead.
Voted number 1 in Vermilion County for all your team business and fan wear needs. Sideline shirts and apparel sponsoring our 3-point buckets. Call the pros at 217-474-7343. Located up on Liberty Lane next to Studio 31 in Danville. Missed opportunity by the Timberwolves. And a foul is going to be called. That foul is going to be on
Canavan. That's going to be his 3rd.
Yes, it is. First against the team here in this second half. Up top, Creedle spins out of trouble and gives to Freeman. Freeman out on the right-hand side at the free throw line extension. Now looks for the opening inside. He'll dribble between the trees and in and out of the hands of Creedle. It falls to Earl. Earl will reset the offense. He'll dribble now. Inside the lane, lost the handle, looking around. Again lost the handle, and this time a foul is going to be called. Well, this is one of those that I think if you really got into the film and looked deeply, it may not necessarily have been a foul.
Yeah, Phillips getting his hand in there, but with the amount of moving that was going on there, your eyesight can trick you a little bit.
Yes, indeed. Here's the free throw. It's up and no good off the front of the rim by DJ Earl. He's got 4 points. Now a little discussion between Bars and Creedle. And the next one is up. It is no good off the back of the rim. The rebound by Chesapeake. They're going to maintain control thanks to Edwards. He'll give to Creedle, and a foul is going to be called on Bars. That'll be his second.
Bars saying that he was straight up, but he still was kind of getting him with the hip.
He fouled him 2 more times after the whistle blew. On the inbound, Freeman gets it right-hand side. Up top, Creedle fakes the 3, drives into the lane, scoop shot, no good, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Creedle's been seeing some success with that drive so far in this second half.
Jeremy Young is going to pick up his first. Well, we went a long time in the first half before we racked up a number of fouls. Here, we are seeing them come quickly. 4 on the side of the Timberwolves, 2 by Chesapeake. At the charity stripe, the first free throw by Creedle is good. He's got 6 points. And the next one from the Country Financial agent Stevenson Harvey free throw.
Campbell going to come back in. He's got a few fouls of his own that he's got to be watching out for.
And the second one is in and out, no good. And the rebound by the Timberwolves. 42-37, 5-point Chesapeake lead. That is their largest lead of the game, by the way, with 17 minutes left to go. Here's a quick feed underneath. Nice dish to Canavan, and he's going to be fouled, trying to take it to the hole, and he'll get some charity stripe shots.
I guess Chesapeake, are getting lucky that they've been fouling Canavan so hard because if he would have had a few and one opportunities, they would be in a lot of trouble, but they foul him hard, so he can't even get a good shot up.
And the first one is up and good. Canavan will get a second one now. 7 points for him. And he'll stay at 7. Missing the second free throw. Clearing the board is Freeman. He's going to push it up the floor to Powell. Powell has the ball knocked out of his hands from behind, but Powell comes up with it. Gives to Freeman, shoots the three. It is good.
It's one of those touches every part of the rim till it finally goes down.
45-38, 7-point lead for Chesapeake. Here in the corner, Florida Gateway tries to counter with a three. It won't go, and the rebound is going to be scooped up by the Skipjacks. Creedle gives it out to Earl. Back to Creedle, up the lane. He's going to be fouled, and he's going to the free throw line.
And that's going to be the fourth on Canavan. That's a very big foul. He's been playing a lot of the big man minutes here for Florida Gateway.
16:31 left to go here in the contest. 45-38. Skipjacks with the advantage, and at the free throw line, an opportunity for more. Jeremy Young's going to come into the lineup as Canavan gets to sit down.
This is what happened to Florida Gateway out of the half last time. They were able to answer back, but not hold on or answer for long enough. Let's see what they can do now.
And the second free throw is good. Creedle now with 8 points. Out on the right-hand side, Florida Gateway down by 9. On the drive, they'll give it left-hand side, Young. Young is going to take it to the hole and gets the bucket. What a great play by Young to get his first 2 points of the game. And Chesapeake wants a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout, so we're going to take it. 16-12 left to go on the matchup. 47-40, Chesapeake with the lead over Florida Gateway as you enjoy the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Championships Network. Coming out of the Tilton Pro Lube timeout, where the experts at Tilton Pro Lube remind you they've got convenient while you wait oil change appointments every day. Count on Tilton Pro Lube for all your vehicle's regular maintenance needs. Located on Route 1 and Ross Lane in Tilton. Chesapeake trying to take control. Up 7, 15:58 left to go, but Florida Gateway is going to steal it away. Young drives up the floor, and a foul is going to be called. Young went up to dunk it and was undercut. Came down really hard on the hardwood, and now the discussion is going to be whether it's going to be an intentional foul.
Yeah, he landed hard, and hopefully it's just a stinger he's got.
Young is going to try to walk it off, and now they're going to go to the replay to see whether or not it was an intentional foul. And that gives us an opportunity to brag a little bit about what goes on behind us. The work that's done by Mark Barnes and Chuck Jones, who do all of the live switching and television action right behind us in this unbelievable Doug and Teresa Barnett and Barnett Family Media Center. But when the officials go to the scorers table, they are communicating with Mark Barnes and Chuck Jones, who are able to run plays back frame by frame. So you'll be able to see exactly what happened. They're also using 4 different camera angles in order to decide each of these replays. And we have the opportunity on our screen to go through and look at it as well, where we can see the replay activity that's taking place. So what they're looking at is whether or not the foul that was committed was intentional and flagrant.
From the replays we're seeing, I can think it is probably going to be, this is a little bit better view that we're looking at now, but I could see it intentional, but I don't know about flagrant. It looks like he may have grabbed his leg. If so, then I believe it should probably be a flagrant.
So they continue to monitor. Should let you know, all of the action doesn't end when this afternoon session ends. We've got games coming your way tonight here on the network. Game number 10 tonight at 6 o'clock. We'll pit the top-seeded Davidson-Davie against Macomb, who will come in as the 8th. So the 1-8 play tonight at 6 o'clock. And then coming up at 8 o'clock tonight, it's the number 2-seeded Niagara County, a 72-70 winner over Central, taking on the 7th-seeded Stormers of Milwaukee Area Tech. That is the game I am really looking forward to tonight after watching Milwaukee Area, which I think is probably one of the better 7 seeds we have had in this tournament since the 16 had been seeded. So not to say that Davidson-Davie and Macomb won't be a nice matchup, but the way Milwaukee Area played last night, they will be a handful for Niagara County, and yet, boy, what a great job they did last night in holding off Central, who really put together a tough challenge. So it was an intentional foul that was called. That sends Young to the free throw line. He misses the first one, and he'll have another opportunity coming up. That one is good. So Freeman picks up his second foul and Chesapeake's 4th. And Young is able to knock down one of the 2 free throws, and then he'll come out of the lineup. And Florida Gateway will get the basketball inbounding underneath their own. To the outside, they'll fire up the 3. It is good. Boy, he just squared up, and Weber hit nothing but the bottom of the strings for his 11th point of the game, and that is a 4-point turnaround.
I was going to say, if they could get themselves a nice look at a 3 and cut it down to a 1-possession game, that's exactly what happened.
15:30 left to go in the matchup. Chesapeake on the drive. Freeman with the ball is going to lose the handle on it, and up the floor it comes. And a foul is going to be called out on the other side. This game has gotten woolly, my friends. Not a foul. Instead, it's just a turnover and goes out of play.
Yeah, it looked like it was just a little bit too wide for Weber to catch.
Out on the left-hand side. Brings it across. Into the forecourt. Powell. Powell down low to Creedle. Creedle out beyond the arc, back upstairs. Powell from a long 3, and it won't go. Loose ball on the floor. Powell came in fighting for the rebound. Edwards is going to tie it up, and the possession arrow belongs to Florida Gateway, but they're going to call a foul instead.
Wow, that is surprising. They're calling that on Edwards. It's going to be his 3rd.
And once again, the Jack Skipper is not happy with the officiating here this afternoon. He thought for sure they had tied it up, and if there was going to be a foul, it was going to be against Florida Gateway. Instead, the Timberwolves will go the other direction with the layup, and the bucket is good. Phillips with his 5th point of the game, and he brings the Timberwolves within 1, 47-46. Quick feed into the forecourt. Underneath, Creedle, wide open layup, good.
Florida Gateway really was bringing the pressure defense, and that just left too many wide open men for Chesapeake right underneath their own basket.
On the drive in the lane, the scoop shot, good, and they're going to call the block underneath. Weber gets the bucket. He's got 13, and he'll go to the line with a chance to tie it.
I think he was set, but I think he was in that restricted arc area, which that's changes it from a charge to a blocking no matter how set you are.
I'm not sure I'm a big fan of that, but I realize it's part of the game, and I understand why they put it in. It's a safety factor, but not sure I'm a big fan of it. Here's the free throw to tie. It is good.
So fighting back here is Florida Gateway. They were down 9 just a little bit ago.
All knotted up, 14-20 left to go in the game. Chesapeake into the forecourt. On the cross court, right-hand side. Earl will dish it out. Creedle looking up top. Instead, he'll fire the three. This one is no good off the front of the rim. Sana fighting for the rebound, but Florida Gateway comes out of the pile with it. On the push up the floor, Campbell. He's going to go coast to coast. Kicks it into the corner to Young. Young looking around, and now we'll give it upstairs with a steal by Earl. Earl's going to go one-on-one. Layup. No good. And the rebound underneath picked up by the Timberwolves. To the top of the key. A three on the way. It won't go. Rebound underneath. Florida Gateway put back good by Young.
Offensive rebounds are proven to be huge, and now Florida Gateway finds their way back into the lead.
13:41 left to go here in this contest. 51-49. The lead belongs to Florida Gateway. And there is going to be a timeout on the floor. We'll take it. 51-49. The seesaw game has flipped again. Florida Gateway now out on top by 2 with 13:41 to go in the half. The second half here on the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Championships Network.
At Danville Area Community College, our purpose is to help students reach their goals. DACC offers the tools to build the skills and expertise you need to reach higher and write your story of success. Whether you are continuing straight out of high school or reigniting your passion to learn, grow, and thrive, DACC is here to help you write your next chapter of success. Prepare yourself for life's next most rewarding chapter and add your story of success to the hundreds of DACC alumni that are ready for whatever tomorrow brings.
That timeout was probably needed, Triple D, as things were getting a little crazy out on the hardwood. Chesapeake really wanted to ease things back a bit, but they were upset about a couple of possessions where they felt like calls should have gone differently.
Yeah, it was really kind of frustrating them to the point where Florida Gateway took big advantage and found their way back into the lead.
Still a one-possession game, however. Sana with the give inside. Missed the shot. Tip won't go. Tip won't go. Rebound is going to be picked up by Chesapeake. They'll fire up a three from Earl. It doesn't fall. Sana tip won't go. Rebound once again by the Skipjacks. Now they'll go to Powell. Powell will drive into the lane. Delivers right-hand side. Courtney fires the three. It won't go. Earl with the rebound. Another three-point attempt finally goes down for the Skipjacks, and they've got the lead back.
If you give a team enough offensive rebounds, sooner or later they're gonna score.
Oh my goodness gracious! Can't wait to see him catch up on how many offensive rebounds that was. Florida Gateway down by 1, 12:33 to go in the game with the ball on the drive inside. It's stolen away by Earl. Chesapeake will push up the floor, left-hand side. Up beyond the arc, they now give to Earl. His shot, good! A three-point bucket. And Earl now with 7 points. That one coming off of the sideline, shirts and apparel, three-point bucket.
Got a timeout here from Coach Ruiz.
It's going to be a Florida Gateway 30-second timeout. with 12:19 left to go here in the game. There was some confusion because the shot clock hadn't reset when the Skipjacks brought the ball up the floor. They get the three-point bucket from Earl.
Yeah, I was going to say they probably are very happy that they at least got something out of that, because that could have been, that's a big momentum shifter. They were down just a minute ago, and now they find themselves back up 4.
This game has just gone back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Coming out of the timeout, I'm sure Florida Gateway Coach Ruiz is preaching to his guys, hey, let's be smart. Good passes, smart shots.
Now there's still a discussion at the scorer's table.
There was some substitutions late, and they're trying to figure out who was on the court and who tried to sub in late.
So they're going to get all that squared back away.
All right. I think we're good. I think it was just goalie was getting ready to come back up, and refs are getting confused on who's supposed to be in and who's not supposed to be in.
Coming out of the Tilton Pro Lube timeout, the experts at Tilton Pro Lube remind you they've got convenient while you wait oil change appointments every day. Located on Route 1 in Ross Lane in Tilton. Count on them for all your vehicle's regular maintenance needs. On the drive into the lane, pulling up from the free throw line. The shot won't go. The loose ball scooped. And Chesapeake will have control across the midcourt stripe to the left-hand side. Powell will drive into the lane, layup, good.
Really catching him napping there was Powell, and he just got in, and a turnover here. And things really all starting to go Chesapeake's way now.
Charles Ruiz not happy with the play of his team here in the last 2 minutes, as they've tried to be a little too aggressive, and in doing so has turned the ball over a couple of times. 13 turnovers for Florida Gateway here today. How about this? Chesapeake, 3 turnovers, and we're at the 11:42 mark of the game.
Yeah.
There's a three-point shot missed. Rebound scooped up by the Timberwolves, but they're going to lose the handle on it. It goes out of bounds, and another Timberwolf turnover will give the ball right back to the Skipjacks.
I was going to say, Florida Gateway's lucky they're still in it this closely. There's not many times you hear that turnover differential and think one team was anywhere close to winning the game.
Well, 3 turnovers for some games has happened in the first 30 seconds. So to go this long, almost 3 quarters of play with only 3 turnovers is a credit to the Skipjacks and how well they take care of the basketball.
Couple late substitutions here once again. Looks like Kilgore going to come in for Florida Gateway.
Out to the left-hand side with the ball, Bars. He's trying to get it down on the baseline. He throws it away. Chesapeake will go in the opposite direction. Up the floor they come. Bounce pass right-hand side. Earl from 3 off the run, and it won't go. And a rebound scooped up by Florida Gateway, and they'll push in a hurry the opposite direction. Weber now to the top of the key, out beyond the arc.
Got to play it smart here.
Left-hand side, Weber on the drive. Tried to hand it off to Bars, and instead it'll go right into the hands of Gully. Gully in the paint, up top, and around the arc we go. Back to Bars, left-hand side. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Top of the key, Kilgore with the ball. He'll dump into the hands of Campbell. Campbell loses the handle on the ball. It's going to be knocked into the backcourt. The shot clock is going to run out, and there's a violation. Great Chesapeake defense causes the shot clock violation.
Yeah, nothing really flashy from Chesapeake there on defense. They just played their man. They sat still and gave no opening. So Florida Gateway didn't even get a shot off in that time clock.
Off the inbound over on the right-hand side. Bringing it into play. Freeman. Down into the corner, back up top, Powell. Really deliberate offense now with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Powell's going to drive to the lane, missed the shot. Over the top of the rim and up the floor. Florida Gateway will try to get it into a hurry. Campbell Almost had it stolen away from him. He'll pick it up. Now to Bars, over to Kilgore. Bounce pass into the corner. On the drive, Weber, scoop shot. No good, but he's fouled.
Hopefully Florida Gateway can make one of these free throws because they need something to go down, because it seems like for them, everything they've tried has gone wrong.
And that is foul number 4 on DeMaria.
DeMaria very frustrated with himself right now, as he's going to have to take a seat.
At the free throw line, Weber is able to knock it down. He's got 15 points. 8 of those here in the second half. We're at the end of the mythological third quarter, heading into the final 10 minutes of play. Second free throw is good. He's got 16.
I'll tell you what, I'm always really impressed with Weber for Florida Gateway on that free throw. He knew he made it, but still was getting in position in case something crazy happened and it bounced off iron. Just an ultimate competitor.
Out beyond the arc. Freeman with the ball, 57-53. The lead by Chesapeake. They've got the leather. 9:44 left to go in the game. At the top, Freeman looking for help. Finds it in Creedle. Boy, look at the defense intensity by the Timberwolves this time. And they're going to steal it away. Tried to take it into the lane and had his pocket picked. They get it over into the corner to Kilgore. Kilgore in the middle. Goalie back to Kilgore. Fires the three. Hits the three.
Cut it back down. 1 point lead. These momentum shifts have been very, very great to see.
57-56. Chesapeake with the lead. Out to the left-hand side. They're going to work it to Sana. Sana on the cross-court pass to Courtney. Courtney likes the three, won't take it, and now a foul is going to be called on Kilgore. That'll be his first, the team's sixth.
So we're going to a 1-and-1 the next foul no matter what. Both teams starting to have to see who's going to step up. And, you know, neither team really going too deep into their bench. Florida Gateway dresses a few more players, but you haven't seen many of those guys get any playing time late in the game.
On the inbound up top, it'll come to DeMaria. DeMaria back into the lineup even with 4 fouls. Now to Powell, out beyond the arc. Going toe-to-toe with Kilgore. He'll pull up, free throw line, jumper, good. Powell with 13. Now out to the right-hand side. Florida Gateway down by 3. 8:35 to go in the game on the East Main Street Dairy Queen scoreboard. As we broadcast from the Doug and Teresa Barnett and the Barnett Family Media Centers, they support Vermilion County Crime Stoppers. How about this? Goalie backs his way in to get the bucket.
Great job. A little bit old school ball with his back to the bucket, and a great move to get that score back down to 1.
Out on the right-hand side, Earl goes in, now up top to the left-hand side, Powell. Powell toe-to-toe with Kilgore. He'll pull up again, free throw line, fade away, good. Twice, Triple D, he has gone into the lane and then taken a step back to get the bucket over Kilgore. 61-58, Chesapeake leads. On the drive, they'll dump it down underneath. The 6-footer is up and good for Bars, and he's got his 10th point of the night.
We had some really good defense there a second ago, and now both offenses heating up. This could be a shootout.
Out beyond, Freeman trying to set the offense out on the right-hand wing. He's going to drive towards the baseline, cut off, brings it back upstairs, left-hand side. Earl is going to stop, free throw line jumper, good. 9 points for Earl. 7:14 to go in the game. Florida Gateway down by 3. They'll feed it underneath. Bars to Kilgore. Kilgore back to Bars. Bars on the baseline, lobs in underneath the goalie, and he's going to be fouled by DeMaria, and that is the end of the day for him.
Yeah, that's not the situation you want to have DeMaria in against that bigger goalie. And when DeMaria went to try to poke the ball out, anything close like that, even if it is your fifth, it's bad.
You know, and here's the strategy that coaches use when you've got a player with 4 fouls like DeMario. Do you take him out? Do you leave him in? How long can you go? I like what Andrew Sachs did there. You leave him in, you let him play, you see how many minutes he can get for you. Whether you take him out now and substitute for him and decide how long you're going to leave him out, or let him play, and if he fouls out, you substitute for him. The difference is how many minutes can you actually get out of him before he fouls out. So I like, and I know that's a big strategy debate between coaches on how you play that situation, but I like what Coach Sachs did there.
Yeah, in this tournament it's a little bit different. I think you see it more in the 4-year programs and more in the NBA where, you know, a guy gets in foul trouble. It's based on the situation. If it's going to be a close game, you kind of want that guy who can hit that big shot. But in this tournament, you've got a bunch of guys who are looking to make their own name. So just get them as many minutes as you possibly can is always the right thing to do by me.
Earl makes the first. Country Financial Agent Stevenson Harvey free throw. He's got 10 points. 64-60 lead, a 2-possession advantage with 7:02 left to go in the game. Second free throw is good, and he extends it.
5-point lead, and with the way these offenses are really clicking, that could be a big, big lead.
Out on the left-hand side, Young has the Florida Gateway ball. They trail by 5. Handing it off, Weber feeds it off right-hand side. In the corner, now they're going to give. Valmeyer dumps it down low to Weber. Weber with the reverse layup. It's good.
Still one possession game.
He's got 18 points here today. Leads all scores. Now out beyond the arc. Chesapeake will give upstairs. Creedle fakes the 3, drives into the lane. Scoop shot. Good, and he's going to be fouled. What a big play by Creedle just to go in and challenge the big guy.
Went face-to-face with him and taking all the contact and fighting through it for an old-school three-point play opportunity.
Hey, the youngsters like it. Look at that. They got him dancing around in the stands on a big bucket like that. And now Creedle will go to the Country Financial Agent Stevenson Harvey free throw line with the and one, and it is good. 13 points for Creedle, 15 for Powell, 2 for Edwards, Earl with 11, Freeman with 6, DeMario with 8, Courtney with 5, Sana with 10. Florida Gateway with the ball at the free throw line. They'll kick it upstairs. On the drive, Phillips takes it into the lane, layup good.
Phillips used a little bit of a little head pump and got his man off guard for almost a pretty walk-through layup.
7 points for Phillips. They've got 10 from Bars. Young with 5, Kilgore with 3, Canavan with 7, Campbell with 9, Weber with 18, and Gully with 5. 5:45 left to go in the game. 68-64. Chesapeake with the advantage on the East Main Street Dairy Queen scoreboard. Earl with the basketball. He's got a little opener out on the right-hand side and now delivers upstairs. 3 on the way. Good! Dialing it in is Jason Freeman.
Earl almost went up and down, and then Freeman somehow finds himself way open for a big three-pointer.
Voted number 1 in Vermilion County for all your team business and fan wear needs. Another 3-point sideline shirts and apparel bucket.
And who else? Weber getting that huge three-pointer and saying, hey, I got to keep my team in it.
4-point difference, 5-minute mark left to go in the game. Freeman in the lane, gets the jumper, follows it up, gets his own rebound, dumps out to Edwards. Edwards in the lane to Powell. His shot no good. Edwards put back good.
Give Ballmeyer a lot of credit. He was trying to guard everyone, but when it's 1-on-3, somebody's bound to be open.
Here's a 3 on the way by Campbell. It won't go, but the rebound is going to be scooped up over on the far right-hand side by Phillips. He'll give to Weber. Inside they work. Back to Bars. Bars trying to fight his way in. He'll get the turnaround jumper, but short. Rebound by Bars as he gets his own, and they're going to reset the offense. 4:25 left to go in the game. 73-67, and a charge is going to be called. Weber is going to pick up the offensive penalty for his second of the game.
No, they're going to call that on Valmeyer.
Oh.
Valmeyer was trying to set up for the pick and kind of moved his shoulder over as the Chesapeake defender was about to get around him.
All right, so we'll take that one away from Weber, and instead we'll give Valmeyer his second. Meanwhile, Chesapeake quick to the bucket, and Powell lays it in.
Kind of a mismatch there. Powell was on a full run, and Cavavan was just standing there.
Trying to counter on the other end, and they do. A three-pointer by Campbell. He's got 12. And we've got a timeout on the floor. We're going to keep it here. 4 minutes left to go in the game. 75-70. Tilton Pro Lube timeout, where the experts at Tilton Pro Lube remind you they've got convenient while you wait oil change appointments every day. Count on Tilton Pro Lube for all your vehicle's regular maintenance needs. Located on Route 1 and Ross Lane in Tilton. Also want to thank Doug and Teresa Barnett and the Barnett family for Vermilion County Crime Stoppers as well for sponsoring the Media Center here. And what an absolutely gorgeous Media Center it is. I don't want to say we're spoiled up here, Triple D, but we've got a beautiful radio setup, thanks to you. By the way, if you don't know, Triple D is our boss, so he did a great job of lining all this up. We've got the live feed where we're watching some youngsters dancing away right now. We've got all of the replay monitors in front of us. We've got the stat monitor in front of us, so we're up to date immediately with all of the statistics. We've got Greg Dolan, who's getting all of our interviews for us. And just to make sure we're pampered enough, Jeannie Cook from the Danville Area Visitors and Convention Bureau brought up a giant bowl of snacks just because she was afraid you and I were getting a little hungry today.
You know, it's I think I'm spoiled. You've done enough time with calling some weird games in some weird places. I remember a couple years ago for Danville, you had to call a game in the stands, and it was just you and Fowler in the stands by yourself.
Yeah. In the stand. Hey, I've done a game from the front seat of my vehicle once. There was no outlet. We had to run the car so that we could run off of the old cigarette lighter electricity, and I had to pull the car up to the field and broadcast from the front seat of the car. It rained that night too, so the windshield wipers had to be going. Here's a long three coming out of the Tilton Pro Lube timeout, and Powell knocks it down. He's got 20.
This Chesapeake offense once again coming in huge late. Let's see if their defense can hold, though.
How about this to Canavan? I don't know how he got a shot off. He did. It didn't go, but he is going to be fouled. And off to the Country Financial Agent Stevenson Harvey free throw line he goes. That foul on Edwards is number 4 on him.
Canavan shooting pretty good from the free throw line. 5 for 8 so far tonight. And we say it a lot, but if you're down and you're trying to fight back, scoring points while the clock's off is always a good thing.
Misses the first free throw. Coming up at the end of the game, our Landmark Credit Union post-game show and coaches' interviews. 3 locations to serve you: West Fairchild and Eastgate Court in Danville. Also South State Street in Westville. Your community, your credit union. That's landmarkcreditunion.com. And Chad Darrell talked to our 2 head coaches, Andrew Sachs and Charles Ruiz, as soon as this matchup is over. Missed free throw opportunity by Florida Gateway, and now a foul is going to be called up top.
Yeah, Weber really trying to do it all right there, get the steal and get a fast break opportunity started, but sometimes when you do too much, you always get called for the foul.
78-70. The lead belongs to Chesapeake. They're trying to rival their largest lead of the afternoon. They can do that with a made free throw here, and Earl connects. He's got 12 points. They could, for the first time tonight, pick up a double-digit advantage. With this second free throw, it is up, and it is no good. In and out, and the rebound by Florida Gateway. Up the floor, they'll push. 9-point deficit, 3 minutes left to go in the game. At the top, Bars looks off to the right-hand side. Now gives it to Canavan inside, and he's going to be fouled.
Yeah, looks like that's going to be on DJ Earl. Only a second, so that's good, but it's the team's 10th, so we're heading to the line for 2 here.
Canavan will eye the first. flies the first and buys the first.
After missing 2 straight, you never want to miss 3.
He's got 8, brings it to an 8-point ball game. Next one on the way is up, and it is good.
Back to a 7-point lead and makes it a little bit more manageable, but with about under 3 minutes to go, you're going to have to start making some big defensive stops.
And we're going to see what Chesapeake's strategy is here. Do they just keep the up-tempo pace? They did and lost the handle on the ball. It is a Barry's Garden Center and Floral Shop turnover, and now up the floor comes Florida Gateway. With the feed inside, in and out of the hands of Canavan, and right to Freeman, and up the floor the opposite direction come the Skipjacks.
Oh, if that pass would have been a little bit more on Canavan's hands, he would have been an easy roll-up layup.
18 Florida Gateway turnovers here today. And the drive creates a foul as Freeman's going to go to the line.
Barr's picking it up, his 3rd.
And both teams now in the double bonus. With 2:21 left to go in the matchup. For one, the 2022-2023 season comes to an end. For the other, a chance to advance. And the first free throw is no good. The winner of this game will play Friday at 9 a.m. against tomorrow's winner between Johnson County and Iowa Lakes. Second free throw, no good. And the rebound picked up by Florida Gateway, opposite direction, out on the right-hand side. Phillips will take it into the lane. The shot, no good, but he's fouled.
Trying to get the the charge call was Edwards on the ground. He was asking for it, but didn't get his feet set.
And Edwards has now fouled out.
That's 2 foul outs. Still a manageable deficit that Florida Gateway has. So if they can keep, forcing some of the players to go to the bench.
Boy, particularly if they had gotten that bucket in the harm to go. And now there's a long discussion about where Chesapeake's players are going to line up around the lane. Phillips at the stripe, and the first one goes down. Phillips with 8 points. Also for Florida Gateway, Bars with 10, Young with 5, Kilgore with 3, Canavan with 9, Campbell with 12, Weber with 21, and Coley with 5. Second free throw is good. He's got 9 points. More importantly, it draws his team within 5 of Chesapeake. Underneath the 2-minute warning of the game. Upstairs, Powell with the basketball. Going face-to-face with Weber. Gets rid of it. Creedle to Earl to Freeman. Delivers it to Powell, and the ball was almost stolen away, and they're going to call the foul, and now there's going to be a technical.
Oh, no, that's going to be called on, I believe that's going to be called on Weber.
So the foul is going to be against Maurice Campbell. That will be his 4th. And the technical foul is going to be against Weber. And that will be his 3rd of the game. But more importantly than any of that is the fact that Chesapeake now has the opportunity to put a number of points on the board. Powell at the free throw line. The first one is good. He's got 21 points.
It's those little things like letting your emotions get the best of you late in this game that can cost you.
He misses the second one. And so now he makes one of 2 technical Country Financial Agent Stevenson Harvey free throws. And he'll go to the line to shoot a couple of bonus shots. This results from the initial foul that then led to the technical. He misses this one.
Weber needs to get his head on. He's still a little upset about this technical foul. Him and Barr's having some words.
And the 4th free throw on the way. It is good. So he hit 2 out of the 4. He's got 22. And now Kilgore is going to come into the lineup in place of Canavan. 103 seconds left to go in the game. 81-74. Chesapeake with the lead. Florida Gateway with the basketball. Out beyond the arc. Looking around. They'll dump it down underneath. On the drive to the hole. Campbell kicks it outside. Weber cross court. Phillips is going to take it to the paint. The shot no good. Battle for the rebound. Kilgore gets it. Dumps it back out to the left-hand side. Weber. Weber is going to drive into the lane. The shot no good. And a foul is called.
It's going to be big for Weber. He needs to step up and hit these free throws. Not getting much time left.
By the way, I want to take the opportunity to thank our MVP here today, Garrett Fields, doing an absolutely beautiful job engineering back at the studios. WDAN and Newhoff Media serve as the flagship for our NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Championship Network. And the man engineering all of that today, Garrett Fields, doing an absolutely beautiful job, and we appreciate all of his hard work. Free throws good, 81-76, 5-point lead for Chesapeake. 73 seconds to go in the game. They want to hold it up top. Freeman with the ball. Shot clock at 15. Florida Gateway just wants to play good defense. They're not going to foul him. Shot clock at 10, and the game clock under a minute to go. Out to the left-hand side. Freeman into the middle. Creedle will give to Freeman. He'll fire a three. It is no good, and the rebound by Florida Gateway. They've got the ball with 49 seconds to go in the game, and they're down by 5. Out beyond the arc, they feed up top. Canavan takes it to the hole, blocked away, and Chesapeake has the ball. Chesapeake will clear up the floor. Creedle blocked away and out of bounds.
I saw Sanas coming. He was trailing that in the perfect position to get the block, but what a block there by Campbell. He got up and swatted that one out of bounds.
That young man's got a career in volleyball when his basketball days are over. He put that into the seats, and he's going to come out. 33 seconds to go. Chesapeake inbounds the ball, up by 5. Up top they give to Powell. Florida Gateway is now going to foul.
A 5-point deficit. You're hoping that they're not able to convert on it, at least one of these free throws.
If he makes them both, it will become a 3-possession lead. Powell's first free throw is good. 23 points for him today. Canavan will come back into the lineup. It's a 6-point advantage, looking to make it 7. This would be huge right here for Chesapeake to advance. This one is good, and they are well on their way.
Bad news is shot clock turned off, so it's going to be turnovers or fouls here.
Quick feed up the floor, stolen away. Chesapeake has stolen away the basketball. They're going to try to hold it and run out the clock. A foul is going to be called with 18 seconds left to go.
Weber frustrated. He lost the handle on that one, and that should do it here. Never say never, but still.
I think you're probably right here, and the first free throw is good. At the line, knocking down the first one. Jay-Sean Freeman is now in double digits with 10 points. And the next Country Financial agent, Stevenson Harvey Freebie, is no good off the front of the rim. Florida Gateway with a rebound. 17 seconds to go. They trail by 8. Here's a long three-pointer. It won't go. Florida Gateway gets the rebound. Another three-point shot attempt. It won't go. A foul is going to be called. That'll stop the clock with 7.5. And now you can punch Chesapeake's ticket into this consolation bracket advancement.
A good job by Chesapeake staying focused. They fell behind a few times in this game. Most of the first half they were falling behind, but able to fight and stay in it and walk away with a victory here. But if you're Florida Gateway, nothing to hang your head out. You guys played your hearts out both games. Losing by like as little as they have in both of these games is impressive. But I know this team wants to find themselves back here again next year and still looking for that first win in the NJCAA tournament.
First free throw by Powell, no good. Second one is Hill in the day with 25 points. Florida Gateway up the floor, down by 9. Here's a three. It is good. That bucket by Bars will give him 13 in his final game of the season, and this one is over. 85-79. Chesapeake comes away with a win, and they will advance into the consolation bracket, where they will come back and play Friday morning at 9 a.m. against the winner of the Johnson County Iowa Lakes matchup. Meanwhile, the season comes to an end for Florida Gateway. They came in today at 15-12, meaning their season ends at 15-13, but another district championship banner to hang up in their gymnasium back at home. And on top of that as well, they also gained some more experience as to what it's like here in these national championships. Chad Dare down on the floor, and he'll talk to our two head coaches.
Thank you, Scott. Joining us now. Whoa. We're having a little technical difficulty down here. Joining us now is Coach Charles Roos of Florida Gateway. Tough game tonight for you again, Coach.
Yeah, it was a tough game. My hat goes off to our opponents. They did a real good job coming out defensively and controlling some things, and we're proud of them. But the boys, our boys played real good.
Talk about the experience this year compared to last year for you guys.
This year's experience, we came in a little bit sharper than we were last year, because it was just, the game was real fast for us last year. We felt that, this year we had a better chance to just come in and just get settled and get out on the floor and do the best you can.
After taking the number 1 seed right down to the wire yesterday, was it difficult to get your guys to come back for this one today?
Yeah, it was. They expended a lot of energy last night. But again, today, my hat goes off to the team that we played. They did a good job controlling the environment out there on the floor.
Thanks a lot, Coach. We appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you in the future.
All right. Thank you.
Joining us now will be Chesapeake coach Andrew Sachs. Andrew, if you could, talk about, really a kind of a ragtag game a little bit for a consolation bracket.
Yeah, we played a really good team yesterday, and the best defensive team in the country, and we didn't really run great offense, and our defense was poor. It really wasn't great today either, but we got to the foul line a lot. It's probably the worst free throw shooting we've had all year. We shoot 70%. We shot 50 today and missed 18 free throws, but we did a great job of taking care of the ball. We had 5 turnovers. They had 19. That's a huge difference. It's 14 possessions that we get. We had 16 offensive rebounds. That's a big stat for us. So I'm happy with that, and I'm happy we get to play another day. And we won 30 games for the first time, and it certainly set a benchmark for the program going forward.
And talk about that a little bit, because, obviously the goal is to win the national title, and once that's been taken away from you, talk about how difficult it was maybe to get your guys to come back for the consolation bracket today.
We started 5-3, and we won 24-25, and Allegheny beat us, right in the middle of that. We won 14 in a row, and I knew Macomb was going to be really good, but these guys get to share an experience that they'll never experience again, and to have a chance to play again after really not playing great yesterday, and they had a lot to do with that, is great. And you get a chance to play for, another day on Friday and maybe Saturday. So it's good for our guys. Obviously, there's some college coaches here, so the 4-year coaches get to see them again, and that's all good.
Well, we appreciate it, and we'll see you Friday.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Early in the morning.
Thank you very much, Scott. Here, we're going to send it back up to you.
Thank you very much. Chad Dare does an excellent job with our post-game interviews, and we appreciate his knowledge of each and every one of these contests. Skipjacks are victors, 85-79 with a win over Florida Gateway. Let's take a break. When we come back, Triple D and I will wrap this one up and look ahead to tonight, all on the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Championships Network. Final score in this one, 85-79. Chesapeake will advance, ending the season for the Timberwolves of Florida Gateway. Some final thoughts, Triple D, on this afternoon matchup.
Yeah, both teams played really well. Both of them had a lot of at least confidence knowing that they could take it to a higher seed. Chesapeake moving on, well-deserved too, with their leading scorer, Lamont Powell, coming out and dropping 25. But if you look at the score sheet, they had so many guys scoring points, so it really showed you how unselfish they were today. And for Florida Gateway, yeah, you go home again without getting a win, but you got a lot of showing out of there, and unfortunately, they're going to need to reload up because they had a lot of sophomores and try to make their way back here to Danville again next year.
Skipjack scoring, Powell with 25, Edwards with 4, Creedle with 13, Earl with 12, Freeman 10, Demario with 8, Courtney with 3, and Sana with 10 for the Timberwolves. Bars with 13, Young with 5, Kilgore with 3, Canavan with 9, Campbell with 12, Phillips with 9, Weber with 23, and Gully with 5. And as we said, the Timberwolves season comes to an end, 15-13 on the year, while the Skipjacks now have won 30 games this season and advanced to Friday morning's matchup with a 30-5 record. Coming up about 45 minutes from now, Triple D, we will return to NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Championship action, and we will be into the Elite Eight tonight. The first game, the top-seeded Davidson-Davie, a winner over Florida Gateway 83-77, will face the 8th-seeded Macomb 72-59 winner over this Chesapeake team right here. Again, Davidson-Davie came out of the gate a little slow, a little timid yesterday. They're going to need to make sure that doesn't happen tonight.
Yeah, their top scorers looked out of sorts, really couldn't find themselves in that first half, and then really kind of started to have everything click in the second, so they're going to be hoping that they get that second-half team and not that first-half team.
Niagara County, the number 2 seed in this tournament, a nail-biter over Central Community College out of Nebraska. They win at 72-70. They advance tonight to the 8 o'clock Elite Eight matchup where they will take on Milwaukee Area. Milwaukee Area defeated Mott 83-68, and that, my friends, if you're looking for a game to come out and watch tonight, both of these games are going to be great ones. You're going to get to see the top 2 seeds in the tournament, but your number 2 seed is going to have a challenge on their hands with the Stormers.
Yeah, it's weirdly similar to last year. You have an undefeated team taking that number 1 seed, and then a team who only had 1 loss taking that number 2 seed, and they are trying to meet up in that final game. Last time Davidson-Davie was that team that had the 1 loss and then ended the season with 2. They're looking to go the whole way and run the board this year.
We'll see if they can do it, and that march will continue tonight. 45 minutes away about is when our championship coverage will continue. I want to thank you all for joining us here on the network. Certainly want to thank our sponsors, both in-game and specialty, for their support of this year's national championships. Of course, to our on-site executive producer, Greg Dolan, and back at the studios, Garrett Fields. Really appreciate the outstanding efforts by both of them as they keep us on track going through these broadcasts. Also want to thank on the TV side, Mark Barnes and Chuck Jones, also doing a tremendous job in their production of our television coverage. Your final game of the day in the afternoon session, Chesapeake a winner over Florida Gateway 85-79 tonight. Top-seeded Davidson-Davie and Macomb at 6 o'clock, followed by the number 2 seed, Niagara County, taking on Milwaukee Area. All of that yet to come, starting at 5:50 here tonight. For Derek Davis, I'm Scott Eisenhower, wishing you so long for just a little while here on the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Championship Network.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support